Today's QI question is the latest in a jumble of juicy and deliciously fascinating brain teasers about snooker and cue sports generally. As ever, our learned snooker experts will attempt to activate their grey matter and come up with some colourful answers, and I very much hope that you will join in too. So today, what is snooker player Mark King's regal connection to the world's very first billiard table?
Well, regal, his name's King, and regal is to do with royalty, isn't it?
Well, they used to have a table in Buckingham Palace.
Somebody royal has got to have started to play. You know, like Mary Queen of Scots played golf or something like that. It's got to be.
It was in India, wasn't it?
Do you have any ancestors from India, do you think?
Mark King?
Yeah.
Comes from Romford, near the market area.
Was it a regal table?
Yes, there was a regal table, yeah.
Was it a regal table?
Yes, there was, yeah.
Did you have a bald head?
Well, listen, everybody has a bald head that's anybody these days.
Really? Well, I'm trying.
Oh, there was an aristocrat as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. A regal, royally aristocrat, yeah.
Yeah, so should we say that when Mark King first turned professional, it was an aristocrat table?
Yeah, royally aristocrat.
How have we got there?
I'll say he sold the table to Buckingham Palace.
Oh, bless, I don't know whether to hug them or throw them a biscuit or send them to the vet. Very, shall we say, eclectic range of answers there from our aficionados. But I wonder what you at home might have come up with. Well, the ancient form of billiards originated from a game played outdoors with a ball and stick, a sort of cudgel, a bit like a mixture of croquet and golf. We start to see pictures of this ground billiards game from the 1500s. But historians agree that the sport was transformed under Louis XI of France. He loved ground billiards, but due apparently to a bad back, he ordered his carpenters to raise the playing area for him by building the first proper billiard table in 1470. Anyway, King Louis was one of the many rich, royal and famous historical figures who have played the noble game of billiards. Louis XIV was a very, very keen player, and he had a table underneath at the Palace of Versailles. As the French Revolution drew to a close, Louis XVI and his wife Marie Antoinette were reported to have played billiards on the eve of their imprisonment and subsequent death at the guillotine. And there's a little connection there, actually, between Marie Antoinette and one of the most famous lovers of billiards, and that is when she was a little girl, she met the greatest genius on the planet, who was a little boy, and supposedly he kissed her. She was Marie Antoinette, he was Mozart. He loved to lie, not lie exactly, but sort of lean on a table with a manuscript score, writing music. There's a scene of him doing that in the film Amadeus, you may remember. So you're asking, what is Mark King's connection to all of this? Well, it's very simple, really. He has a king in his name, Mark King. But you might, if you're of a subtle turn of mind, also recall that in the 19th and early 20th centuries, a popular occupation was a billiard scorer. They were called markers. They weren't called referees, markers, billiard marker.
Yeah, the clue wasn't in the question.
No.
So marking, that's his name. So marking would be rather a nice sight.